Backing up the struggle bus here on this Friday, December 8th. What a week it was, huh? Was it good for you? It was good for me. And exhausting, but it's so close to being over, I can taste it. Tastes like... Ugh. Are you in recovery mode after your holiday parties this week? I am. I hit 3 last night. Shout out to Indiegogo, Twitter, and Water Music Group, Roadrunner Records, Atlantic Records, all you guys. You treated me to good times and great oldies. Maybe your party is this weekend? Maybe it's next week? Well, why wait? We have your HQ party right here, right now. This is HQ, the trivia game show on your phone where you answer questions to win cash. I'm your host with the challah French toast and 100% real maple syrup, Scott Rogowski, aka the Quiz Father, coming to you live from the greatest city on earth, the city that never sleeps, Bowling Green, Kentucky. Direct and with respect to all 250,000 plus of you, including Adam Sachs at the Brooklyn Academy of Music. Get this, Adam Sachs was playing the game yesterday, felt a pain in his abdomen, got rushed to the emergency room. He had an emergency appendectomy. Adam, you're sitting in the hospital right now. They give you your phone in the hospital. We're wishing you well. Thanks for playing. Everybody wish Adam well in his recovery. Also, happy birthday to Bon Rose today. You know, Outback Steakhouse is famous for having no rules and being just right, which has always troubled me. I mean, no rules, not even for like food safety? The safe handling, you gotta have some rules for that when you're cooking food. Here at HQ, we got a few rules of our own. There are 12 questions I'm gonna ask you, ranging from easy to hard. You're gonna have 10 seconds when I start reading the question to tap your answer. If you get it right, you move on to the next round, make it to the end, answering all 12 questions correctly. You win or split the cash prize. And today's prize, you're not gonna believe it. It's 1,000 Dingle Hoppers, 1,000 Dodger Dogs, $1,000. You could buy 10,000 dimes with $1,000 or 20,000 nickels and then take a coin bath like Scrooge McDuck in this holiday season. Okay, you feeling good? You're sitting there in your chair, your synapses are burned. It's time to remember all the facts that you've learned while the torture of chalk dust collects on your tongue. All your vasoconstrictors are coming slowly undone. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Let's get this show on the road. Let's play HQ. May the best brain win. Q1, Spotify, Netflix, and Hulu are all examples of which kind of app? Games, productivity, or media streaming? 3 holiday parties in one night. I'm amazed I'm here with you today, but I am feeling good. Spotify, Netflix, Hulu, didn't get invited to those parties. They're streaming sights and sounds to your eyes and ears, media streaming apps. Certainly not productivity. They're definitely not keeping you productive, that's for sure. Media streaming, 215,474. Got it right. We got over 215,000 stream punks in the game today. Moving on to Q2. Which of these is not a major part of our atmosphere? Oxygen, freon, or nitrogen? Not a major part, which means 2 of them are and 1 is not. Now, oxygen, we need it to breathe. It's there at 21% of our atmosphere. Nitrogen, the most common element, at 78%. Would you believe neon is also a bit present? But thankfully, freon is not. That is a toxic gas found in aerosols and refrigerators. 223,899 got it right. The rest of you left the fridge open. The freon's escaping. Stay away from the freon. Q3, which of these trees has white bark? California redwood, paper birch, or Japanese maple? Who's barking up the right tree with this one? California redwood, paper birch, or Japanese maple? Redwood is, it's a redwood and a gray, brown bark. Japanese maple, usually you're gonna see that red or gray as well. Paper birch is the white bark, the white stuff. Paper birch is your winner. 177,801 are moving on. Other trees with white bark? Well, the white poplar, quaking aspen, ghost gum. We got some white trees out there. Q4, what is the combination of an exclamation mark and a question mark called? Interrobang, question point, or quizzy mark? combination of an exclamation mark, question mark. What is that combo? Can you tell me? Do you know it? It's very seldom used, but it is a real thing. Who needs the Quizzy mark? Who needs the Quizzy mark? Nobody. That's not the answer. The first half of an interrogative combined with the slang for an exclamation mark, bang, you got interrobang. Interrobang's your answer. It saves you a keystroke. Interrobang is the combo. Ooh, la la. We just lost 90,000. We're down to 80,030. Brutal question right there. A gut punch for, gosh, 90,000 HQDs are out of the game, but 80,030 are exclaiming their love for this round of trivia. The rest of you questioning your life choices at this point. Q5, which superhero actor is nearly a foot taller than his comic book counterpart? Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds, or Christian Bale? Nearly a foot taller than the superhero he portrays in the films? Well, this character was created as an avatar for shorter folks out there. Marvel has him listed at 5'3", but the actor playing him is around 6'2.5". The character is Wolverine. The actor is Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman, much taller than Wolverine. 35,971. And again, we lost a whole lot of you. High casualties on this one. About 40,000 HQs are left in the dust, but 35,000 plus are moving on. Hey, it is Friday. We know that a lot of offices shut down to play HQ every day of the week, but especially on Friday, casual Friday. Why not? You're shutting down today, playing the game. Are you one of those offices? If you are, tweet us photos of you guys around the conference room, in the lunchroom, maybe at your cubicle, wherever you are. Take some photos of you playing at the office. We know a lot of offices already are. Tinder, BuzzFeed, Giphy, Grand Central Tech, Barstool Sports, and a lot of TV shows are playing too. Great News, The Good Place, and one other show. It's a late night show hosted by a guy, I think his name's Jimmy. That narrows it down to Jimmy Fallon, I think it is. Jimmy Fallon? The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, I believe. Do we have some tape of that? Let's go to the videotape.
We're going to play a game of HQ.
Get some goulash at Bazelka, or if you're hungry, and you're hungry in Do you know your classic rock? Yes. The founders of Pink Floyd?
Yeah!
It's a bigger
Where's losers?
Jim, relax yourself. Please settle down. It's just a game, dude. Chill, you're not a loser. We're good. You're good, all right? You're very smart. Look, let's get some rugelach later, all right? I'll treat you. My treat. Settle down. Namaste. And maybe send someone an extra life. You know, send Jimmy an extra life. He could use it. Thanks for playing, Jimmy. We're moving on to Q6, halfway point. Before becoming a UCLA hoops legend, John Wooden coached at what college? Indiana State, San Francisco State, or Duke? John Wooden, considered not just the greatest coach in college sports or basketball, greatest coach in the history of all sports. John Wooden, he won 10 national titles at UCLA, but before going to UCLA and coaching Lou Alcindor and Bill Walton, he spent 2 years coaching in his home state, the Hoosier State, Indiana State Teachers College, which became Indiana State University. That is your answer. French Lick, 15,369. Got it right. Terre Haute, I believe, is the location of Indiana State, right? John Wooden grew up in Martinsville, Indiana. I know this because I was there not too long ago. 15,369. The rest of you got French licked on that one. Q7, in which year did the American Revolution end? 1767, 1783, or 1776? The American Revolution, the reason why I'm standing here today calling myself an American, and I'm proud to be an American. It raged on. The war for the independence raged on long after the Declaration of Independence in 1776. We were trying to free ourselves from our British overlords, But with the signing of the Treaty of Paris on September 3rd, 1783, it was all over, folks. It ended in 1783, and 9,194 HQTs remember their U.S. history. We got some civics lessons being handed out today. 9,194 are marching on, saluting Q8. Which country produces the most Robusta coffee in the world? Vietnam, Ethiopia, or Brazil? Robusta coffee, not Arabica. Arabica? Arabica or Robusta, those are your two coffee options for the most part. Brazil produces the most coffee beans of any country, but when specializing in Robusta, those potent beans, which has 3 times the caffeine as Arabica or Arabica, no one is bagging and tagging more Robusta coffee than Vietnam. Vietnam is your answer, and ooh, savage question right there. Just 1,230 players put down Vietnam. The rest of you chopped down at the knees, gutted. No mas for you. No more quiz today. 1,230, however, are moving on. They're jazzed up on Java. They're going on to Q9. What founding member of A Tribe Called Quest splits his time between music and a cooking career? Jerobi White, Bob Power, or Large Professor? Do that, do that, do that, that. Do that, do that, do that, that. It's the original rude boy, Jerobi White, the contributor on their first album, 717. Are feeling it right now. They can kick it. 717. The first album, People's Instinctive Travels and the Paths of Rhythm. Jerobi White was on that one, but he left to go to culinary school. He still cooks today, but also finds time to DJ and perform. 717, Boeing 717, moving on, flying away to Q10. German artist Max Beckmann was very much against which school of art? Abstract, futurist, or expressionist? He rejected this movement. He rejected being labeled a member of this movement. He was more of like the new objectivity movement. He was like, yeah, I'm a new objectivity guy. That's me. I don't want to be identified with this other school of art. But to his chagrin, he could not escape being associated with it. What was it? Expressionists. The expressionist movement. He was considered an expressionist. Oh, 311 are left. Investigate 311. 311 HQTs left after that one. Amber is the color of their energy. They knew that Max Beckmann is what Germans do best. Beckmann, what Germans do best. 311. Moving on to Q11. Which Pedro Almodovar movie centers on a comatose female bullfighter? Volver, Talk to Her, or Live Flesh? Almodovar, the great Spanish director, made some very, very quality films. Spanish writer and director. He won the Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay in 2002 for this film, and the Golden Globe for Best Foreign Language Film, considered one of the finest movies of the 2000s. En español, hable con ella. En inglés, talk to her. Talk to Her is your winner, and 145 players are talking to me right now. They're saying, Scott, I'm this close to winning that money. Maybe they're talking to themselves, they're hyping themselves up. 145 players have survived to the final round. Very impressive. Q12 on this Friday afternoon. This is it, folks. It all boils down to this. 145 players, $1,000. Who's got the guts to take home that cash, that sweet, sweet cash? Here it is, Q12, comparing it to Monopoly. What game did the Washington Post call the game for our era in 2010? The Sims, Settlers of Catan, or Minecraft? The game for our era. Monopoly had its time. Sorry, Monopoly. You're done now. Dunzo. Over. Kaput. The article, written in 2010 on the occasion of Monopoly's 75th anniversary, was trying to make the point that all these years later, when Monopoly came out in 1935, the Great Depression, the idea of having all the money, having the Monopoly was huge then, but not so relevant today, and the gameplay isn't even that good by modern standards. But the game for our current era, well, it's that 22 million copy strong German board game, Settlers of Catan. Settlers über alles. Settlers is your winner. And how many winners do we have today? 85 winners, baby. Ahoo, ahoo. Boom goes the dynamite for 85 winners, including Justin 1991 and some guy named P. Great names, all of you. Tay, Evan, J. Dufay, Shebzilla, Corn Diddy, Mike Bear 22, Franz Warning. 85 winners. I can't name you all. $11.77, 76 cents. Go invest that in corn futures. Corn futures. That's the market you want to be in. Trust me.